Hello and welcome back to my channel. I got a new tattoo. This would be my fourth tattoo, and the last time I got two tattoos, my second and third tattoo, I actually got it in Brighton when I was on exchange and I made a whole video about it. So I thought I would do a follow-up on it and talk about my fourth tattoo, my experience getting it in Singapore, the pain level, the story behind it, and how long it took me to get up to come up with this design and everything, and the struggle of finding a design and everything I will talk about in this video. But firstly, if you haven't watched that video, it is linked below in case you want to watch the story behind my second and third tattoo. And my first tattoo, actually, I think I did talk about that. So I won't go into the tattoos I currently have, I'll go straight into this one. If you've seen on my Instagram, I'll pop it up here. This is the photo of the tattoo. I'm very happy with it. This is a tattoo representing my three other siblings. Okay, so maybe let's go into the meaning behind it first. So I actually have one sibling, my brother, my younger brother, but I have many cousins, but I have these two specific cousins of mine that are pretty much my sisters, honestly. We lived together in a joint family growing up, and I think that was probably the best years of my life, was growing up in the same household as them and living our childhood to, you know, just being kids and being innocent and being happy and being so close. I know that there are many different kinds of siblings, and I feel like, you know, you see those siblings who are best friends and they tell each other everything. I feel like for us, we don't necessarily tell each other everything, but when you put us in a room together, it's just like magic. It's like, if anything, we bring out the innocence in each other again. We bring out the kid in us again. And I think that's my favorite thing about my relationship with my siblings. So I always say that I have three siblings. I never like go in to explain like, oh, I have one brother, two cousins and all that. So yeah, if anyone asks me, I always say that I have three siblings. As we got older, I think, you know, we ended up in different places, and two of them are in the UK and my brother is here and I'm here. And you know, it sucked. It really sucked when we got separated, but it almost made our relationship stronger because every time we would meet, it just felt like nothing had changed. I will always have such a special place in my heart for them, and I know that if they're watching this, which by the way, if you're not, why aren't you watching this? They're probably cringing right now and be like, Sejal, stop. I think that as we've grown older, especially, like, I feel like even our relationship has matured, and even the things that we share with each other are like so different than like what it was last time. Like, honestly, actually, you know what, I take back up the whole like we don't tell each other everything. We do tell each other quite a lot, but it's not your typical best friend relationship that you see with siblings. Like, we are just, I think what we are, to me at least, is that we're just so connected. No matter where we are in the world, we're so connected. And so last year, or actually not even last year, I want to say even more, like even longer ago. Oh my god, actually I can't remember. If I find the photo and I find the date, I will put it on the screen. Good morning, or rather good afternoon. It is what is the date today? 20th. It is the 20th of March, and I am going for 2 consultations today for my tattoo, which is quite exciting. Like, right now I really don't have a good visual in mind, so I think it's good to talk to the artist. And oh my god, it's good to talk to the artist and see what he has in mind. So I'm seeing 2 artists today, and I'm a little nervous, but also like really excited. But I came up with this idea to do a tattoo representing the 4 of us. I wanted to do something that represented our meanings behind our names. So initially I thought of, okay, so basically my name is Sejal. My name means river, my brother's name means riverbank, my sister's name means flower, and my other sister's name means silk. So I was like, okay, how do I put all these 4 elements into this like amazing piece of art that would be inked on my body? Now the thing is, I'm not an artist whatsoever. I cannot draw for the life of me. Actually, my brother and my one of my sisters is actually very good at art. Why didn't I just ask them to draw it? I don't know. Anyway, very creative, but I cannot execute my ideas. So I thought of this whole thing. I really went on a full like expedition to try and get this design to work. Now the problem is, how do you draw silk? right? Like, so we were like, okay, let's do a silkworm on a flower and the river bank and mountains in the background. And I was like, do I really want my youngest sister to be represented as a worm? Then we're like, okay, maybe not a worm, let's do a butterfly, a moth or something. But you know what, it was just turning out to just not work. It just wasn't working. And no matter how much I tried, I actually went for like two tattoo consults. I worked with them and they actually designed stuff, and I was just like, I mean, okay, listen, with tattoos you can give no thought at all and you can just get it on the day itself. You do you. But for me, at least, on a couple of my friends as well, when it comes to tattoos, it's like it just must speak to you. Like, it just has to just be like, yes, that is what I want on my body, imprinted forever. And when I was looking at the designs, I was like, this isn't what I want. So I mean, I was kind of like, okay, I guess, but like, I'm really glad my dad kind of like sat me down and was like, girl, this is not what you want. Like, you know, this is not what you want. And I'm glad he did that, because I would have just gotten it, because I was so frustrated. Like, if there's one thing about me, is I'm really impatient and I don't like waiting. But and actually I'm a very impulsive person. But what I'm glad is that when it comes to tattoos, I can actually like take a step back and I can sit on something for like over a year and only get it when I'm ready. So that's something that I do appreciate about myself, that no matter how impulsive I am when it comes to tattoos, I actually sit on an idea for a year, which is actually, I don't know whether people know that or not, but yeah, a lot of my tattoos was like years and years in the making. So anyway, so that's how this whole idea started. And then, I kid you not, okay, this is how it happened. I was taking a nap. This happened, I would want to say, in like, I feel like it was August. Okay, I want to do our ruling planets. Now, what the hell are ruling planets? To be honest, I also don't know. Says the girl who literally tattooed ruling planets on her arms. I don't know, honestly. Go Google it. Like, I'll put an article here of what I found on ruling planets. But what I understand is something to do with the rising sign, something like that, whatever, okay? I'm not a very astrology person. Like, I know that I'm a Capricorn, I know that I'm a planner, blah, blah, but like, I'm not a very big person on astrology, so this was a little bit like scary. But for some reason in my nap, I was literally sleeping and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do our ruling planets. And 4 of our ruling planets, I was like, that's easy. You just have to find out the planets and then boom, I have my design. Okay, so then that started the hunt. But first I needed to find the design that I wanted. Okay, with tattoos, there are many different ways to represent so many different things. You have like so many different style of tattoos. You know, you have like realism, you have minimalism, like so many things, right? And then the other thing is finding a tattoo artist. Now the thing is, I don't actually have a tattoo artist in mind that I'm like, this is my go-to. Even till now, I have 4 tattoos and I still don't have a tattoo artist that I'm like, yo, you are my artist, you know? You really need to like trust this person when it comes to like tattooing something, especially that means so much to you. So that was my big thing also. I didn't have an artist that I like loved, and honestly, I'm really the kind of person that doesn't care too much about that. If I'm completely honest, it's more of like, I'm cool with whoever is doing my tattoo as long as they can help me with the design. Like, literally, that is it. So then the hunt began. It was like searching on Pinterest. I was bouncing off ideas with my siblings, my family, my friends, everyone, okay? That's another thing I feel like with tattoos, is that the more opinions you get, the more confused you're gonna get. So one thing if I would advise, if you were gonna get a tattoo, maybe don't ask so many people for their opinion. Or you could. One thing I felt like with opinions helped me was that it helped me reassure that this is what exactly I wanted, because the more opinions I asked, the more I felt like I actually don't want that. I want exactly what I want. And everyone who gave me the opinion, I was like, yeah, no, I don't really like that. I like it the way that I thought. And they were like, babe, just get it. Started searching for like different kind of styles of planets. Then after that, we even thought like, did this want to be like a matching tattoo with the 4 of us? And I was like, yeah, I'm down to do that. But one of my sisters didn't really like the idea of planets on her body, so I was like, completely respect that, let's not do it. So then again, after thinking of how to make a matching tattoo, it came back to me and like, this is my tattoo, this is my idea. And finally it was like December and I was like, you know what, I need to take this seriously. If I really want to do it, I don't want to push it any further. Finally, after lots and lots of thinking, I have reached out to so many people. Literally, I reached out to this designer in India who never got back to me. So I was like, okay, fine, you know, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I have the design on Pinterest, which is what is the style of the planet I want, and I'm just gonna go for a consult. So I booked a consult with the studio that did my first tattoo, which apparently didn't do my first tattoo. That's a whole other story. So I went to Johnny Two Thumbs. And apparently, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna Google this, but something to do with a lawsuit and something, and the other one was Johnny Two Thumbs Up, and that had to do with the sun. I don't freaking know, okay? But my first tattoo was Johnny Two Thumbs Up, and now it's Johnny Two Thumbs, which is a completely different entity. I'm very confused, but whatever, okay? They did my tattoo, so like if you wanna hit him up, like they're great. I went for a consult, and initially I actually wanted to get this tattoo on my birthday, but I didn't end up doing that, thank God, because I wasn't ready yet. So I went for a consult in January, and I told him, hey, okay, so like these are the designs on Pinterest that I've seen. This is the size that I want. This is the placement that I want. What are your recommendations? What do you suggest? Now the thing with tattoo artists, from what I have experienced, is that they are very wary of giving us their own opinion, for good reason, because it's something that's going to be on your body forever, and if you don't like it, you know, they don't want you blaming them. I completely get that. He was like, listen, I can't choose for you. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll choose myself. So anyway, I finally found 2 designs specifically that I wanted combined, and then I gave him the exact 4 planets of that I needed tattooed, and he got back to me with the design. And even then I was like, okay, I like this, do I love it? I don't know. When I got this tattoo, or when I was getting this tattoo, I was really anxious before it. I was actually very nervous before, because I think that the last times, like, it was so fast, you know, like I found it, I got the exact font and then like sent it over email, they printed, tattooed, done. This one was like a full design, a custom design and everything, you know, it was a piece of art, not so much like a word or anything. As the days were leading up to my tattoo, so I went for the consult, booked my appointment, whatever. He had sent me the photo, and I was like, oh shit, like, is it too thin? Is it too, like, should it be thicker? Should it be bigger? Should it be smaller? Like, I don't know. I was having so many questions and so many doubts. And then like as the days were inching closer and closer, I was so nervous. Like, I don't think I've ever been this nervous for a tattoo. And also you have to understand, it's been like 2 years since my last tattoo. So yeah, like I was just like, oh, I don't know. And anyway, finally the day came around, and I got my tattoo. It was actually really funny. I went alone, which is also another thing I would suggest. Actually, I really like going alone for tattoos. Only my first tattoo I went with my parents, because my dad and I got matching tattoos. So after that, since then, I've always gone alone for my tattoos, and I really like it. I think it's a very peaceful in a very sadistic way, because it's very painful, but it's a very peaceful journey to go on your own, and it's a lot better because you don't have anyone else clouding your judgment and your decision. And in the end of the day, it's your body, you know, you get whatever you want on your body. I literally went in between 2 shoots. So I had a video shoot in the morning. I went, got my tattoo, then covered it up with because it was in a bandage, and I covered it up and went for another video shoot after that. And it's just so random, like in between 2 like work things, I literally got a tattoo, so it was quite funny. So like I mentioned, I went to Johnny Two Thumbs, and the whole session took about an hour. So the first half an hour was more of like the stenciling, positioning it on my arm, and kind of like seeing how high, how low I want it. If you're getting a tattoo in this stage, the stenciling part, please don't be afraid to ask them to change anything, or just walk out and be like, I don't want to do this today. It's fine. It's your body. They will understand. At first, he put it a bit too low, a bit too big, and I was like, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, let's do it a little bit smaller. Let's do a bit higher. So he stenciled it again and again. Finally, we got it settled, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is what I want. I loved it. Done. And okay, so then we stenciled it, and then after that, he got me seated in the chair. He put my arm on this like armrest thing and started tattooing away. Pain level was about like a 2. Actually, mostly it was a 1. I was pretty much just chilling on my phone. Like, I'll be like texting on this phone and like getting inked on the other like arm. So honestly, pain level for this outer, oh my god, I can't even show you. This outer arm area is really like 0 to nothing, but only at certain points it got a little bit like more painful, but even painful was about like a 2, max 3 at some points. But other than that, pain level wise, it was really okay. So like if you're looking for someone to get a tattoo that's not that painful, outer arm is a great area. So the actual inking part of it took about half an hour. It was really okay, and basically how it works is that he will ink you the design, and then he'll go over it again. So like if you're wondering like what's happening, why are they doing this again, it's just you have to do it again. After that, if you've never gotten a tattoo before, what they do is they wrap it up in a bandage or a cling wrap or something, and that is usually put on for about like 2 hours. And I just left it on for like many hours, just because like, I mean, I didn't mind, so I just left it on. the aftercare, I just bought the aftercare from the studio itself. Now my experience with aftercare is actually different from this one. Usually I get just the cream and I kind of apply that as and when, like I applied it like several times a day for a certain period of time. I actually don't remember how long I applied the last one, but yeah, for this one he just said, because it's quite a small tube, he just said to finish it. And this time what I got is it's like a 2-pack, it was like 12 bucks, and one is like a soap, an alternative for a soap, and one is a cream. So the soap is what I use in the shower, and I've been trying to just not wet this arm. It's actually okay. I asked him like, can you put it in the shower? He's like, it's fine. Like but I just try not to wet it too much. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like correct or what, but I just try not to put any soap on this arm. And I just use this and kind of like get that washed, and then after that I just apply this, which is the cream, and I apply this like several times a day, like maybe 4 times a day, I don't know, just as and when I just keep applying it. Tattoo aftercare is very important because it will start to scab. So because mine is only like freshly inked, maybe like 24 hours literally, I have not experienced scabbing or stretching or anything yet. Like even when it's not even painful, nothing at all. It just looks like fresh ink, you know, like compared to my other tattoos. Like you can see this is very faded already, so maybe I should get that touched up, I don't know, but I kind of like it like this. Yeah, my other tattoos are pretty faded, but this one is like proper like fresh ink. Actually, I haven't put this for today, so let's just put it on together. So first I'm gonna open it. I'm joking. He said that before it scabs, you just have to put a thin layer, and only when it starts scabbing then you can put more and more. So for now I just put very little. It is still a bit sore when I touch it, like in a sense, like it's not painful, but it's definitely like just sore, the skin. Oh, okay, one thing I did want to talk about was the visibility of this tattoo that I was quite nervous about, because this is my first very visible tattoo other than like this one, but this one is so small, you know. And I have one here that's kind of hidden, and one on my ankle that no one like looked at. This was my first visible tattoo and I was very scared. There was something, actually you can listen to my podcast I did with my friend Pradeep, all about tattoos and everything, and I'll link that below as well. When I talked about the specific thing where I was like, do I want this tattoo on my wedding day? Do I want this tattoo on me when I'm a mom? Now for some reason I was thinking that, I don't know why, I don't know what, but I think I was watching this YouTube video of this other YouTuber who was getting tattoos who said that, and then suddenly it like kind of went in my brain, and I don't know why I thought that, but yeah, I do. I really like it. As I'm looking at the photos and as I'm just staring at it, I feel like it's a part of me now. Tattoos don't have to mean anything to you. It's really okay. It's up to you. But to me, each one has a very special story behind it and has a very special meaning behind it. And I, on my wedding day, would love to look at this and know that my siblings are next to me. And when I'm a mom, I would love to show my baby that, oh, look at your aunts and uncles. You know, they're like on my arm. If I didn't answer any questions, or if I didn't like touch on anything to do with tattoos, you can leave them in the comments. I will reply them, or you can DM me at SejalXX if you have any questions about tattoos or anything like that. I'd be happy to answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love getting tattoos, but I do spread them out. I don't currently have any idea. Oh no, wait, I do. I feel like I'm gonna get another tattoo this year. Most probably, yeah. Stay tuned for that video. That will be in a couple of months probably. But after that, I really don't know what I want. I don't have any idea or anything like that's brewing in my head, so we'll see when that happens again. But till then, I'm very happy with the 4 tattoos that I do have. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe because I have more videos coming, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.